We're live, and it's been a long time. As you see up there, it's my birthday. I'm going to be 20. What do I mean by that? To me, 20 means that I got my third eye and my other two eyes looking freaking, not just 2020, add another 20. Some people might call it 60, but I don't care. You could be as old as or as young as you want. So based on energy, enthusiasm, passion, ability, speed. Man, I still got all those things. And it's because I take care of myself on the inside and the outside. From outside in, I got my super patches. And you guys try to laugh at me, but remember, I can still kick your butt. Still look better than you with my fighting skills. Still going to do the split and pop up on Saturday. Did I say that? I guess I'm going to have to do it, hon.
Okay.
I announced it publicly. I'm going to have to do it physically. So here are my other two secrets. This is from the inside out. What is this? Peptides. Look it up. There's 5 different peptides between these two. And some of you guys have some challenges with what was in this. Honey, I need you to do this for me because yesterday when you did it, it was great. And I'm not that smart. Keep messing up. For those of you who have challenges with dementia, it's sad, but it's true. Energy.
What do you want me to do?
The mitochondria. Can you do this? It's 5 minutes, and then I have to drink it within 15. And it's in the bottle that's up there, please. Thank you very much. Hey, you didn't say hello. What's going on here?
The bottle's up there.
It's up there. It's up there.
In here?
Yes, I put it up there recently. Okay, so I'm looking to help people who want to be helped. Now, I know that we have a situation that's interesting because we have this martial arts tournament. It's inspired others to do things, and that's cool. That's awesome. Hopefully you guys are inspired to give away the money. Give away the money. So on Saturday, January the 10th, as you see up there, we're having my birthday party at the LPAC Center. Now, for those of you who are going to come, thank you. There isn't a fee, but we would appreciate donations if you don't mind. It's costing me a lot more than I thought. And I'm saying me, because I am actually the one throwing the party, in conjunction with a few people who care about me. But my point was in this. I'm going to be honest. I have another choice. The tournament is one thing. The party is something else. Last week or so, maybe a little over a week, about 10 days ago, I said, wait a minute, I'm going to be 60. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I should have a 60th birthday party. And then I started making some, what would be adjustments accordingly, and I had Master Ty help me out. And I said this when I was with my little bit. But we take things for granted at times. Like, for example, she's going to be 30. So we're going to have to do something for her too. I don't know how, but it's going to be, I don't know why, but it has to be funky, it has to be great. Why? She's going to be 30, so, you're not going to be at that age again. So, if you're the patriarch of a family and somebody does not take action to try to help, what will be your legacy? And the party's not for me, guys, because that's going to be another day for me. But I am grateful that I made it double the amount of years that I thought I was going to be living. Because 30 years old was 30 years old back in the days. So there's a bunch of people that recently have showed me some additional love. See here, I got some original Taino, tribal, what would be medallions. And I am so grateful. So grateful. Hon, can you bring me the two jackets too, if you don't mind? Yeah, so you see this here? Jorge, George Santos, buddy, I really appreciate you. And I'm actually wearing these things. Like back in the days, I used to wear the Zulu ones, but these here are the Taino ones. Now, you guys have seen this one before, right? And I've even sparred with it. However, we're not going to have the flags any longer because, I don't know if you guys realize, but indigenous people of the Upper Antilles, which include Borinquen, Ataí, and Quisqueya, Cuba, y Jamaica. Jamaica, and Cuba are still indigenous names to the Taino nations, which was Arawaks in the Upper Antilles. They also went over to Borinquen, which they know as Puerto Rico, previously known as San Juan. And they went to what would be known as, at one point, Española, now known as Dominican Republic, and Haiti, and Jamaica. And there's a bunch of other islands that are always part of, that were also part of the... Cut it out!
Oh, she's not doing nothing to you. Stop it.
We're having an animal house party.
Stop.
So anyway, so we decided to, moving forward, instead of using the flags, we're going to use just Taino Nation. And here it is, guys. Now in the front, it does have the Borinquen. And this is a line of clothes that we're doing a joint venture with. Multiple streams of income for multiple streams of bills that you guys might have. So why would I spend a few $100 to have a birthday party for myself? For those people who will benefit from it, not for me. But I'm going to have a great time. I'm going to have a great time. We got 2 DJs. DJ Kato, like Bruce Lee, Cuts, who happens to be a black belt. Phenomenal weapons. Maybe when DJ Samurai takes over, aka the legendary Sammy from the Incredible Breakers, maybe we can do some new chuck demonstration. That'd be kind of cool. But the location that we're having this is the LPAC, and at the LPAC, we're also having the after party in the same room. Basically, that room is, lift it, hon. Basically, that room is the cafeteria. And why that? It's going to sound funny. Hon, in the cafeteria at Taif High School, I used to dance. That's where I danced the most.
Woo!
Yeah, I had 3 lunch periods. Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna have it there. And the floor's good enough to be b-boying or rocking. And I was looking at doing some sparring, but I don't know about, hun, should I do the sparring? Like,
I think you should.
but with who besides Master Ty? I don't know.
Oh, well, okay.
Anyway,
Let's see.
we'll put a question mark on that. But please, if you want to come and spar with me on my birthday party, please let me know. Even if it's just for 2-3 points, be a lot of fun. Normally, that's my biggest birthday, just having some sparring sessions during my birthday. Anyhow, so the birthday party is important, but there's an announcement. During the Action Martial Arts Extravaganza, I'm not sure what it's called, I apologize, I'm going blank, but it's the 25th anniversary that they've been doing this in Atlantic City. It's January 30th, which is Friday, to Saturday, the 31st, and Sunday, the 1st of February. We shall be there. We, meaning Miss Little Bit and myself. We're there setting up for people who may want to compete in the tournament. And people who maybe want to come to me and see firsthand what the heck these patches are about, because most people just don't realize you do not have to live in the pain that you're living in right now if you actually have something that works. So that's February 1st, up to February 1st. And then we have the following week, Miss Little Bit's birthday party, the 30th. Sydney Little Bit, future Fontanez. And then 3 weeks after that, on February 28th, is the UMAN OG Fountain of Youth National Tour, Region 11, that's New York, New Jersey State, launch. And that's where it gets a little interesting, because literally it's inspired other people to do things. And I completely know and understand that there's people who want to come, and there's also people who don't want it to happen. $3,500 is the prize money. I'll say it again. 30 and 40 grand champions fighting and forms. These are both cash, $500 a piece. In addition to that, we have the 50 and 60 forms and fighting grand champion, $500 also a piece, another 1,000 meaning. And then we have the 70 and above. 70 and above? Yeah! If you're 70, you're the youngest person. And that's 500 for fighting, 500 for forms. Then the women have 500 for fighting, but they can also and will do forms in every age bracket. So it's a total of 3,500. We're looking for sponsors. I'm going to be putting the sponsorship packages are just about done. And I'm going to be working on getting sponsors for each ring and then also an overall sponsor. And if that happens, then I might have to do something a little different. But getting back, honey, it's been 5 minutes, right? So this right here happens to be the drink that helps you with cognitive health. It has to be shaken. This is the one I'm having right now. Nitric oxide helps the brain in many ways. Very affordable. These two here come out to $98 plus tax and shipping. So in other words, for a month, and I just do one a day. And I showed you guys the peptides, but we also have a collagen that helps you from the inside out. So I'm using every tool to be able to help myself live longer with a higher quality or the highest quality life possible. So if someone comes to me as what's considered a FAR coach, I'll help you go far. Fast action results. But these fast action results don't just consist with your physical body. They consist with finances too. In the past, I've been successful. 2 times I've been able to hit 7 figures. And then I lost it all. Imagine that. How do you do that? Doesn't matter how much money you earn, it's how much you keep. First time, the problem was that I had no respect for income. It came in and went out. I would average an easy, I'll be conservative and just say $500 a day. But it was definitely more than that, many days. That was in the late 80s and early to mid-90s with the Fontanez karate operation that grew to 1,000 students at one point. Schools in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan. 2 in the Bronx, 2 in Queens. Even the Queens one that wasn't a school, it was a club, and that club had 60 students in a matter of weeks. Now, I didn't do that alone. You know, Master Katz was over in Queens. Steve The Rock Katz. And in Brooklyn was Master Tony Morrison. Morrison changed his name. Top Gun. That was the Brooklyn location, which was the second location. And then I went over to Queens and opened up the club with Mike, no joke, Mujero. Then in Manhattan, that's where Senpai Franklin Rodriguez actually came, but it was, rest in peace, Jessica Chanadao Fuentes Rivera, years after. So she was the head instructor there, even though Mujero or Malero came down and taught there also, was living there. So kind of cool. He lived in the loft inside of a karate school that had showers and everything on Broadway, of all places, in Midtown Manhattan. And then we opened up a school for my brother, rest in peace, Instructor Luis Torres, a.k.a. The Animal, on the Totally Awesome team, a.k.a. MC Beretta, when he was part of the Nomads, a.k.a. Baby Lou, or Baby Louie, in the neighborhood. And then he became the Louverine. It was so funny. Who was known as the Ronin. Again, like a nomad, but samurai. So he had the second school that used to be Jimmy Love's school. So if you took the 6 train, you would see the graffiti on the wall similar to that, and it said Fontanez Karate. And we would go to tournaments, and our students would win just about every division. There was a time where we went to a tournament with 200 competitors, a few times with 100 competitors, and you could triple or quadruple that when it comes to the spectators. So something that people just don't realize was possible, was happening. I walked through a tournament with like a tournament. For example, we didn't have 200 people compete in our tournament at the Fountain of Youth, but we used to bring that more people, spectators and competitors, to tournaments, which means I brought a lot of money to promoters. Never asked them for 1 red cent, not 1 red cent. And at the time, Great Grandmaster Aaron Banks was on my payroll. And he taught me so much. Probably the biggest thing that he did was he showed me that you have to position yourself, negotiation-wise, in a position of strength. And we did that with BronxNet, and I had 24 episodes that actually aired in 1994. We also did the Daily News. Newsday, actually, that's funny. There's the Newsday one. Holy smokes, I got some of these up, I got to put them up. Guys, again, I'm sidetracking here, but whoever gave me that, please let me know. I feel so horrible because I want to thank the person, but I don't remember who it is. So we're walking here in what will be like a museum outside of the Fast Food Dojo, but this one right here was the Daily News. And why it's important is because Juan Gonzalez of the Daily News is a young lord. So that's the story, and that's a Getty image. This is me as when I had my agent. There's Canada. There's Instructor Torres in different phases. And towards the end, he started looking like this. And in between there, he looked like that. So, tons of history. In the Totally Awesome team, you saw that. And I showed this picture earlier today. This is Mom, myself, and my brother. And that photo there, Alina, she took 2nd place in the Apollo. That's the original photo. Here's Mom with Taino, which is her dog. Over here, we also have another interesting picture. Well, besides this one, that became the logo. That's the Fontanez martial arts logo, formerly Fontanez Karate. That's a great picture there because that's the Hammer himself. And here there's a bunch of martial artists, rest in peace to at least one of them. And then there you got Time the Last Dragon, myself, and Ernie Ray Sr. There's a few world championships that are here. Things that I didn't even have for many, many moons. I literally had no idea. I should say, I literally did not know where they were. And then here, in that corner, we started to put up some of these awards. That's the first cover that Sport Karate magazine ever had when it was known Smash. And that's the second one up there. So there's a lot of history that I even forget about because it doesn't really mean much to me. Well, that's the photo that you guys saw quite a bit. We're trying to get spots right. That's from John Fata. So as I'm going down memory lane and I'm working on my autobiography, I realized that in order to make things happen, you have to take action and don't wait for other people to do it. And in my case, that's what happened. I've been promised quite a few things throughout the years by many people. And then they don't deliver. That was back in the 80s and 90s, and even recently. So I get my own media attention that I learned from Great Grandmaster Aaron Banks. Now, what I did not do the first time, the tournament, I didn't contact BronxNet. I didn't contact News 12. I didn't contact any of the local media, which I already started doing that now. Why? Your champions should be recognized and known. So whether it's the finances that I'm giving to the UMAN OG Fountain of Youth event, March 28th, or if it's the publicity or the songs. Yes, there's been multiple songs I've done for this, even my birthday party. But last year, the first birthday song I ever did was for Miss Little Bit. She cried, and I thought she didn't like it. She loved it. So what I mean is that sometimes, guys, you have to take action because people have a tendency to expand the truth. I know there's a lot of people that have opinions on me, and I thank them. There were a bunch of people in my event that really, really want to see the OGs come out and play. But there were also a lot of people there that were trying to see or stop it from happening. Imagine that. Why would people freaking try to stop things from happening? And there's a lot of people who are passive aggressive. There's different ways to sabotage operations, and I've seen them all in recent days. When people speak, they don't understand. I understand linguistics, and I can read between the lines. And when someone says to you, I don't want to, blah, 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 they lie to you in your face. For example, years ago, this guy says to me, I'm not trying to take your students. Exactly what he was trying to do. And I was like, you can't take my students because they can go anywhere they want if they want to. They're not mine. They just happen to be participating in the school presently. And the intentions was the thing that was interesting. So when people come up to me and speak, I listen and I notice. And a lot of times they give me a lot of information without even speaking.
Guys, you want to see little munchkin?
Commercial break for our sponsor.
Say hi, everyone. How you doing?
Honey,
Oh, she's not gonna bite
she'll try to bite my ear off. No, honey. You're risking her life.
Okay, Mama, I'm sorry.
You know that's animal abuse. You can't. Honey. See what happens? Anyway, I digress. I focus on the things that I can do, and I know a lot of people really do not like me personally, and I know the main reason is twofold. Number one, I've always been an independent. I am a leader, not a follower, in the respect and memory of my mother and my grandmother and other tough warrior women who are the reason why I'm here. And there were some male members in my family quite a bit, but they weren't as strong. They had to deal with, addiction and all types of stupid crap. Hun, I'll give you an example. Women are better than men in certain things. And we're going to have a party there, right? Now, I know the bulk of people that are going to come are going to be men. So they'll be happy. To them, just them being there is like they think that is an honor. And it is. You're my boys. But the donation or bringing a cake or anything, not one of these guys have asked me, hey, you think maybe I should, is there anything that I could bring? Even though I know some of them are doing it automatically because that's who they are. And I know them. They do it all the time. But the average guy is stupid when it comes to certain things. This is the truth. If I had 50 women come, then we would have too much food. We'll have too many things. The women are a little more on top of things when it comes to something like a party. So I started a party. I did the flyers, at least virtual flyers, and I've done contacts. And some of the freaking people, like, all right, check this out. Can I be an asshole for a second?
Sure.
Yeah. If I invite you, it's because, I think you should be there. Now, if you can't make it, that's okay. But if I invite you and you don't respond, you fucking asshole. You think you're really that important? Like, I need to feed your ass? I'm just saying, hey, listen, we're having an event, and if you can make it, great. If not, that's okay. So those who have not, those who contacted me and said, man, I would love to go, but I can't. Bro, thank you. Keeping it real. I'm not mad at you. And even if you can't come at all, that's okay. But if you can't respond, you fucking asshole. What's wrong with you? That's me being as nice as possible. Because then when I think about it more, I mean, I got more than enough people that are coming. And it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to have a wonderful time. No question about it. But it's the martial artists, or the artists in general, because it's not just martial artists. Some of these guys are dancers, like, and they're going to say some dumb shit to me. Oh, man, you know, I've been so busy. Fuck you. To clack yes or no, to write, come on, stop. You guys act like you're freaking that important. You're not that important. No, you're really not that important. And terms of, you're not that busy. I'm busier than anybody. What the hell are you talking about? Like, just because you're freaking a low life, and you don't follow up and don't have the basics because you've been a W-2 freaking employee your entire life and never been an entrepreneur, never seen 7 figures, never did too much shit. And the reason I'm adamant about that is because recently I had a conversation with somebody about what would be my credibility. And the person was really, really nice. Like, I don't care what anybody says about me. Like, I know right now I got this half a homo with blonde hair that's been on my dick for years. Only because he explains to somebody that I was like a horse. Imagine that. This guy, I would never even look down. But he's talking shit about me again. A guy who made believe that he said that I made believe my brother died to collect some money.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, but he did it in the name of somebody else's name. But this guy talking shit. That he chased me out of Miami. Which, how many times I've been in Miami in the last few weeks? Like, what's wrong with this guy? Stupid. So usually I don't even respond to anything like that. But then when other people ask me questions, I'm like, I don't ever address that stuff. I haven't done it in years, but maybe today, you know, based on that little rant right there, you understand my feeling. I don't care what happened with these people. Like, I don't care what happened to these people. So for many years, anytime I start doing things, there's a bunch of passive-aggressive people who start saying these words that I know what they really mean. Honey, I'll give you an example. If I say to you, I'll try to come, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it means in the real world. I'm not coming, but I want to tell you that. Because I want you to think that maybe I'm coming because I am important. When people ask me, are you coming? I go, let me see. Oh, I can't go. I say, I can't go. I can't go. Oh, I can go. So I go to certain places because I get invited. But if I can't go, I don't. And sometimes I was committed to going. I couldn't go because there was a situation that was really more important. The safety of my lady. Understand? The safety of my lady. But again, honey, look at what's going to happen.
What?
This RSVP, it's now closed. And it says RSVP, so you can come for free, or $10 fee. It won't even cover, it's not even going to cover what the hell it costs me, because nobody else is me, which is fine. But people they're going to come to the door and say, oh, yeah, they're going to do it. Like, there's a bunch of people right now. There's a few guys that are upset at me, but they don't say this to me. I can tell based on their action, because they're not responding to my freaking invitations and texts. Yeah. And these guys, can you imagine what they're doing?
Forget it.
They came to the tournament to say they were going to judge to get in for free. And then they did not judge. They spectated and didn't let me have all 6 rings when I had 52 judges that were there. And they just made believe that they weren't judges. But they came in for free. Oh, no, that's what they did. And then when I said come in uniforms, they purposely didn't come in uniforms. Now, this is another case for everybody. I'm just saying with a nice group of people. And then now I'm reaching out to some of them, and they're not even responding to me. No, which is cool. Bro, kiss my ass. Remember, I got an elephant's memory. And I remember people who did some incredible things when my mother passed away. My brother passed away before that. The most horrible days of my life. And last year, just to offset this, we had people that came and donated and weren't even in the same state. This is the balance, guys. I'm not saying that this is unique to me. I'm just telling you how people freaking roll. The majority of the people are idiots. And they're learning. They're lazy. They regurgitate what would be nonsense. Because they're not too freaking smart. I don't give a damn what happens 99% of the time. I care about what I do. For example, I go on Facebook to get on Facebook. I don't look of what's happening on Facebook. You know why? I'm a player, not a spectator. I learned years ago, the players are on the field, and they get paid to play. Spectators are in the stands, and they have to pay to get in. So I'd rather be the player. So when I went to karate tournaments in New York and they didn't have any money, then I thought maybe if it was a Sunday just for my reputation, or the ratings if they had ratings. That was back in the 80s. By the time the 90s came, people tried to make me feel bad because they wasn't giving away the money. Oh, he only competes in tournaments with money. Bro, I'm a freaking professional. I have been since 1983, the first time I got paid. When I won Grand Champion. Then today, people have the audacity to say in their flyers, prize money, and they never say how much it is. And then when you go find out, $100 to $200. Fuck is that? Like, what year is this? Damn idiots. But people still go, which was cool. Let them go. God bless them, best wishes. I ain't going. I fought in the tournament, and they set me up. And everybody else, they don't even know it. They lay out these beautiful rings, right? With these mats. And they're grappling mats. Meaning, they're mats that they squeeze down for grappling, not striking mats. And the difference is grappling mats about this thick, striking mats are about a third of that. Those mats are dangerous for your knee. For your knee. And then they have these helmets, these freaking headgears that people say, it's for safety. You know how stupid you have to be to think that that freaking foam is going to protect you? You guys are dumbasses. Yeah, this is going to be a rant. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm enjoying this because the fact of the matter is, most people won't look at this, but I will, and I'll enjoy it when I do it. Because I'm going to be 60. I don't have to, you know when you're 60, I'm too old for this shit. I don't have to lie. I'm 20, 20, 20. Or three eyes. Third eye. There's nobody in the history of New York that had more students than me. I've never said that before, but it's the freaking truth. The most successful school in the history of New York is my student, Mighty Joe. The operation that I sold him, and he just continued with the progress. Owns the building too. Even though you guys hear the hype from other people, they don't own their building. They have to pay rent. They don't keep 300 students on average and done 7 figures for many, 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 many years. But my descendants have done that. I never say it. For those who know, they know. Most of you guys can't fathom that because you came from the YMCA, the PAL, the boys club, the girls club, whatever the hell. And there's nothing wrong with that, but my role model was not that person. My role model was Supreme Grandmaster Sang-Soo Tiger Kim, who had a school on Fordham Road in the Boogie Down Bronx. April 19th, 1976 is when I joined. And I would have joined the year before that because my friend Jose and his brother were students there, and I went to spectate. But I saw Sang-Soo Tiger Kim also at the Oriental Water Self-Defense, Wild Water Sports. And he had a body like Hercules, but he could jump like Tarzan. It was phenomenal. And when I joined that school, it was because my mother wanted to make sure that I went to school. There was another school. And I'm going to say it like my mother says, una espectáculo. That don't mean espectáculo. Espectáculo means spectacular. No, espectáculo means smells like ass. Like some of your schools right now. You know your wife says it. Damn, it smells in here. Put some freaking, because guys are nasty. Disgusting. I went to the first tournament that was a non-Korean tournament. The judges weren't wearing suits like I was used to. What the judges were wearing were street clothes. And the place smelled like a combination of stink, ass, and Tiger Bomb. And everything was like dingy, ghetto. The white uniforms were like beige. You know, they didn't wash them with Clorox or whatever. And then the black uniforms were like faded to like dark gray or light gray. And some of those guys had the audacity to even say, oh no, we don't wash our uniforms. I mean, what? They said they didn't wash their uniforms because you washing away the training. Disgusting. Disgusting. It's insane. You know? I did see that what you just wrote there, Lewis, but you know what? I beg to differ. I think if Jacqueline Lane stood next to Quadranim would make him look like a little boy in terms of the size. But yes, the difference was functional muscles. Functional muscles. Tiger Kim was able to be flexible like Jack LaLanne. As a matter of fact, that's our role model. What would Jack LaLanne do at your age? I'm behind schedule because Jack LaLanne will be freaking swimming around Manhattan, dragging 100 people by his teeth or some crazy stuff like that. And he would do these feats over and over again. I'm going to do the split and then pop up from the split with no hands. That's my goal on my birthday. Now, if I pull that off without pulling a muscle, that's going to be cool. But I think I'm going to do it. Something that was normal for me and my students to do that you guys never did it. Like, you guys never did it. And it's not because you didn't stretch. Most of you guys stretch a lot more than me. You just stretched in ways that did not work. You wasted time because your instructor didn't have the split. Or he took a half hour to get the split. Now, mind you, I know there are exceptions to the rules. There are people who have injuries and people who, you know, I get it. I'm saying the average person. The average person could have gotten the split if it was that important. Honey, if I said to you, you got 6 months to get the split, you're going to get $1 million, and you're going to get that island that you want.
I'll start working on it now.
Excuse me?
I'll start working on it now.
And now that is an honest answer. That's the case with most people. So make believe that's the case. So you and I can be side by side in the full split. And eventually it'll be in our mansion on our island. How cool would that be, huh?
That'd be awesome, Rito.
And then you would probably do one of those cartoon things. What are they?
You mean the co-pilot?
Yeah.
Pixar?
Yeah. So what I'm saying, guys, is that in order to motivate yourself, sometimes you have to go internal. Internal. You know? Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that Tiger Kim was natural, too. I don't think he had bitch tits, you know? Meaning he didn't have no steroid tits, and he wasn't swollen like steroids. And he didn't have the acne like steroids. And he did a heck of a lot of exercises and lifting. He used to lift those weights. It was only 100 pounds, but he used to do over and over and over again, over and over again. He used to burn his hand. That was crazy. Jack LaLanne was one of the original Iron Men, they called these. These guys used to be in the beach carrying each other in stacks, one after the other. He did push-ups. And he invented the majority of the machines that you guys see today. He's the one that had the patents on them or created them, whether they're lat pull-downs and all types of crazy machines. I believe his wife might still be alive. She might still be alive because she was 2 years ago at 100. And, you know, these exercises combined with weights and no weights absolutely work. But getting back to standards. Guys, listen, I did not come from the welfare martial arts schools. I came from Tiger Kim's, who was on the main street and had a school on the RKO movie theater, the third floor, a little cheaper there, above, not just, it was Weight Watchers and a car driving school. Car driving school? Learn how to drive, yeah.
You mean,
Yeah, you see,
driving lessons?
a driving school. Jack LaLanne's wife is still alive. How can you look it up? Put Jack LaLanne, and then put wife. I think her name is it Lane? It's weird, but she might be if she's alive, she's probably 102 or 103. So raising your standards and minding your business. You guys know in 1980, let's see.
1984.
AD ha, is that you? AD, bro, if it's you, what? Jack LaLanne. I just looked at a photo when I'm in the split, and you're behind me, along with, rest in peace, Nesto. What's her name? No, not that, the original, that's the original wife. Elaine, no, that's her, Elaine Lane. 2026. Oh, she's gonna be 100. She's gonna be 100 when?
1926.
Yeah, 1926.
March 19th.
So this March 19th, she's gonna be 100 years old. And she's still doing her thing. Holy spot. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, so let's see here. What's up, Jerry? What's this?
Jerry, me.
AD from Taft. I know you know me.
A very long time memories.
Man, that's my man. It's so funny, hon. You just did. Remember when I'm in the split and you did that cartoon of me?
Yeah.
He's right behind me on the left-hand side. I was going to post that today. Now I'm going to post it today. Hey, we used to go, AD ha. That's my man. He had the Papi Chulo freaking green eyes or blue eyes and shit. Man, we had such a cool crew. Hey, listen, my birthday, come over, man. We got Rosie that's from Tav is coming over. You know, she's probably the only one so far. No drinking, no smoking. There ain't no freaking regular jam. So, you know, it's for old people that do karate and dance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is live. Oh, my man. So, Coño, my man. Whatever happened to Victor? In that photo you have, yeah. Okay, I'm in the split. Guys, I'm going to post this. Directly after this live, I'm going to post it in the bottom. I'm going to tag him. My man, Andy, AD. I'm 60, so he must be like 62. I know you're a little older than me. You know, I'm not sure during that time if you measured in lunch. I know you went to the last period of lunch. I was doing lunch 3 times. I was. Taft, William Howard Taft High School, 1981. Marcus the Ox Martinez, my first student. I met him there. AD, of course, was there. My dance partner was Carlos, or we call him Los. And he was Heckle and I was Jekyll, Heckle and Jekyll, which was like some crows in cartoon. You know, so I'm reminiscing, guys, because I never thought I was going to be around for 60 years. Directly behind me is Billy. Billy's behind me. And yeah, man. You know what it is? The place literally is a church. It's the Latino Pastoral Center, LPAC. Used to be the cadets back in the days. So out of respect, you know, I don't want people hanging out in the front. Even though we know smoking is legal, I don't mean that. Just trying to keep it as holistic as possible because realistically, you know, out of due respect. So just for a few hours, people, if they could keep themselves in check, that'd be great. But besides that, it's more important that I see these people that I care about, man. It's been so many years. AD, I would love to see you, brother. It's been so long, you know. But, wow. So AD is going to be 64, so check that out. Holy smoke. Bro, so you was in high school till you're 22? What the hell? No. I gotta mess with you. You're going to be snapping for years. Damn, you was 18 and majoring in lunch. Coño. Hopefully you graduated. I don't remember. They kicked my ass out of the freaking GD program. How low can you go when you get kicked out of the GD program at Taft High School in the Boogie Down Bronx? There's another one in Howard Taft in California. That one not too good either. We were proud to be the #1 dropout school in the nation. Imagine that. At least we were #1, which is crazy. So again, guys, I'm Grandmaster Jerry Fast Feet Fontanez to some, but in Taft, I was the dude that was kicking the exit sign. I was the guy that when I did the split, it made the whole crew look good. I was the guy that was there when Carlos started the food fight. That's crazy. Carlos jumped on stage, and then freaking Carlos, remember that? When he ended up stabbing Victor? Holy smokes. Playing around with knives, damn Puerto Ricans. Jesus Christ. That was crazy when I think about it. So there was a girl named Rosie, very quiet girl. She's coming over. I used to teach her son, rest in peace, Jaden, phenomenal kid. And as a matter of fact, there was a guy named Angel Torres. Angel Torres, who became a professional boxer, is coming over, and he actually married one of the girls from Taft High School too, named Ada, who used to hang out in the last period lunch with Rosie. So it'll be a nice, interesting reminisce. And I'm still reaching out for people. Spread the word. It's my birthday party. I'm going to be 20. And it'll be hip-hop, rocking, in other words, battle, plus some R&B and freestyle, of course. And I promise to put just 3 salsa songs. Otherwise, it'll be a salsa party, and I got people that don't do too much of that, but of course, you got to mix it. And I got 2 DJs, and it'll be a whole bunch of fun. Let's see. Yeah, remember that? Oh, you haven't seen Victor in years. Yeah, we used to call him White Boy Victor. And then, and Green Eye Andy. Hey, was it Green Eyes? You ain't talk about that, bro. Man, it's crazy how time flies. Marcus was actually here at the first karate tournament. And, wow, Taft High School. Do you guys know, trivia question, what high school, I'm giving you the answer beforehand, what high school did Cool Herc go to? Taft High School. He had a competitor named DJ Smokey. Where did he go to? Taft High School. Sugar Ray, a.k.a. Jamel Flores. Infamous and famous, depending on what decade. Today, he does phenomenal things with autistic kids. And part of Ice-T's crew for many years. The Zulu Gestapo. The Giganti family. And the Unstoppable Crew, 164th Sheridan Avenue with DJ Louie Lou. All started that off with Tila Rock way before It's Yours. MC Thunder Rock, Prince Thunder Rock, who was also a B-boy, down with the Come Alive 5. As a matter of fact, one of his partners gets on here, Easy Dice, pretty often. I'm going to tag him. So all I'm saying, guys, is that it's my birthday. I'm excited. This Saturday, 170th and Jerome Avenue, what used to be the Cadets. It's the LPAC Center. And you're invited, if you're watching this. Come on down. Let's go. And yeah, we'll accept donations. Otherwise, what are we up to? $400, $500 already? Damn. House parties weren't that expensive.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. Tournament this weekend. I should say party this weekend. And then Atlantic City for 3 days. We're going to be set up at the Action Martial Arts Extravaganza weekend. I apologize. I'll get the right name to it and I'll make a flyer for that. But yeah, that flyer was done by my AI posse. I do all this stuff. And I'm going to show you one more time. This is the clothing line that we're going to be launching really soon. All the Tainos, doesn't matter which island it's from, and we're part of the same nation. That's what happens to be
guys, sorry, look. Tyrone and Coco.
Honey, you can get arrested for that.
Why? I didn't do anything.
That's animal abuse.
No, it's not. It's called love.
Hey, hon, find that picture from the full split, or you did it from my phone.
No, you sent it to me.
Yeah, so you should have it.
In the cartoon, no, I don't think so.
Why not? You send it to me.
Yeah, but
Send me to you have it. It doesn't save it.
Maybe I probably deleted
Or
it.
let's find out. Let's find out because I want to see. Hopefully, I can show you who Andy is, and he has the cartoon version. He might get mad.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yo, look at that. So right there in the corner, that's AD ha. AD ha, the cartoon version. Well, this is not working out too good. Okay, let's see. That's a little better.
Yeah, a little.
So right there behind me is Billy. So Billy is there behind me, and then over here this is Victor, and that's AD. And rest in peace to Nestor. He passed away, I believe, a long time ago, but still, that's the. Damn, I look like an alien. And I don't have peace signs when I did it. Do you have the original photo?
I don't think so.
You should. If you have that, you should have the photo.
Yeah, but remember, after
I don't remember.
I deleted.
Oh, I didn't know that. How you gonna cut us off? Now that's historical. That was in the. That was during the. The date is on the. It's November or December of 1982. I was already fighting black men during that time, which is crazy when I think about it. As skinny as I was.
No, he wasn't. Can't really see it
See?
either.
What? Oh, that's the original picture. The original photo right there. And he's the one pointing. See, I don't know why we always point it, right? That's crazy. So AD is the guy right there in the blue shirt. You can see it like this, huh? Look, on the angle.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's Nestor who passed away. And that's Victor. And that's, oh, look, you can see it like this. Look. Wow. That's the picture of the crew. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm forgetting AD. There you go. There you go. There you go. We all have mustaches, too. Thinking we were John Holmes. You don't know who that is. Good. Anyway, so I wanted to announce something else, son. What was it? Oh, my gosh. I don't remember. What was it? You look different there, hon.
I know, right? Who's that, guys?
Anyway, so.
Oh,
Yo, you know I always be snapping. What?
You guys want to see a funny picture?
All right, cut the. honey, cut the bullshit.
He looks crazy.
Esa pendeja. Para eso ya.
Ay, ay, ay.
Esta no respeta. Esta no respeta. Oye, Andy, esta no respeta.
You look ridiculous. You look crazy.
Crazy. But I am defending 2 titles this year. Imagine that.
Ay, mira la nena de mami.
I don't.
She got her tongue out. Her tongue out was
honey, the commercial's over. There's not an
sorry.
infomercial.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. You didn't pay for a freaking infomercial, just a commercial. So, you know. So anyway, guys, listen. I did a song that I'm going to tag. I'm actually going to post a song directly under this video. And the song has a whole bunch of people. You know, we have some legendary dancers and MCs and martial artists and you know, just happy to be here, but happy to be alive. I really look forward to. I wish I had more contacts from back in the day. Hopefully Coca-Cola sees this, man, because I would love to just have my martial arts friends, my hip-hop friends, and my back in the day, went to school, still here, we're blessed friends. We made it to 2026, guys. We are definitely minorities. We have to be grateful that we're here. And since we're here, we might as well freaking kick some butt, take some names, damn it. And no, I do not dye my hair. I want you guys to start that bullshit. And this is all mine. I did not buy from Club Men or what is it? You know what I'm talking about. Bosley. It's not a Bosley. And all those dudes, don't be mad at me because you literally used to have an afro and now you're bald. So I be telling people, I remember when you had hair. Well, I appreciate it. Yes, I've been fighting. Hon, can you bring me at least the heavy belt? Man, I'm so freaking lucky. Last year, I was a fat fuck, 242 pounds, and literally got hurt coming from the sofa. No, let's see. Let's see. No, not that one. The other one's heavier. And I announced that I was going to compete in March. And I went into the future 4 weeks. I won the Grand Championship at age...
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think
Okay, it's because this is harder. I won the Grand Championship. This is the Grand Championship that I won in May. Then I won another one in April. You can bring me the other one then. It's my championship belt. I'm going to defend this championship belt this year in May. Hopefully I don't have to wear that stupid headgear because I can show you my insurance doesn't allow that. And this is one that I have won also. You know, I actually won 2 of these. But the promoter, put it like this. I competed 8 times since 2020. I won 6 grand championships, undefeated, haven't lost. It was a set match, and then I fought for first place at a tournament. Like I was saying, I fought in the tournament where they had these freaking matches, and they were freaking not good for your knees. And I ended up fighting, my division. I won that, and I went and fought against a 25-year-old and hit him with some techniques. I had to wear a stupid headgear, which was my fiance's headgear at the time. This big pink one, embarrassing. And they got thousands and thousands of views on top of that, which is even worse. But I might repost that here. And then I was going to fight for grand champion against the promoter's son, who's 21. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to test his chin, I still got the speed thing, right? And he literally, I asked him, hey, is there any money? They said no. I said, okay. So I bowed out. I'm not an amateur. I was freaking fighting for grand champion. So that was a setup. I remember that day we were supposed to have a table to promote that tournament. And there was no damn table. Then the next thing, I competed. The floor was messed up. But they think it's cool. Not really. Because they're not competitors. I say, the partner's not a competitor. You don't understand. Then I said, why I got to wear the headgear? If the floor's supposed to be padded, then why the headgear? The headgear, all it is foam. Man, you fall with that, you're done. If you don't know how to fall. We used to fight on concrete and wooden floors, and no one's paraplegic or quadriplegic. You guys just soft. Is there such thing as what would be the politically correct way to say things? Son pendejo, mamao. That's my mother used to say, eh? Pussycats. The world has changed so much, and I haven't changed in many respects when it comes to my combative skills. If anything, I'm more dangerous than ever. And now that I'm going to be 20, they're in trouble. This year, my goal is when I do compete in tournaments, I have a tournament, again, I'm promoting, and if you're 70 years old, you're the youngest person in that division. 65 years old, you're the youngest person in that division. I don't know what happened to the martial arts world, man. We used to be like some hardcore, real macho, but I guess, we have to do what the new mayor said, right, and be like my mouse, and we're not allowed to be freaking men. Like, that's a freaking problem. Unless you need help, and then you want a man to pop up. I mean, man, I don't mean just male. I mean freaking someone with cojones. They don't exist no more. People just are different. They really. And it's crazy because I missed Baby Boomer by 2 years. Andy there is a Baby Boomer. A.D. Ha. He made it by 2 years. I think 1965 or 64 was the last time. Yeah, 64 was the last time. And we come from a different, just a different breed. And I don't mean just being hardcore. I'm being honest and being able to do things that work. Now, New York was one thing. Like, New York was ghetto. Like, really, really ghetto. And it was important to be ghetto. Because to win grand championship at a tournament, imagine trying to get home back in the days with something like this. Or big 6-foot trophies. The gangs would be like, yo, what's up with that? And they'll freaking try to rob you. Like they try to rob Billy Blanks. And he said. Now, and I don't mean this, guys. If you trained with no equipment, I don't think that's smart either, unless you couldn't afford it. And I'll tell you why. When you're striking and you're hitting, you should protect your hands. Now, karate is opposite. They try to make your hands strong. But realistically, you should protect your hand. That's why I wrap my hands and I tape my hands to this very day before I put them inside the glove. Otherwise, all you can do is control techniques when it comes to the head. Your face has to get hit in order for it to get tough. That's part of it. When I came back after not competing for a while and someone touched me, I was like, ow, it hurt. You get soft. Now your body gets soft regardless. So it takes a while. Like I had hurt ribs for like 6 months. Now I'm 100% pain free, but I also use these patches. It sounds crazy. That really, really help. I take nutritional products to help me with cognitive health, to avoid Alzheimer's. I take peptides, which helps you from the inside out. I take collagen. Yeah, I invest in myself to be able to perform better mentally, physically, even emotionally. I have multiple patches on right now. It's not just a tattoo, there's patches on me. Because they work. It's like Braille for the brain. So I've always been the type of person who wanted to uplift the quality of my life because I was a father at age 17. And that was my motivation to get the heck out of the ghetto. Eventually I did it. No question about it. There's a little bit, he said, Senpai said to show me a photo that you just sent, that he just sent you.
Right now?
Yeah, check on your phone.
Okay.
So, my goal was to get out of the ghetto. Born in Manhattan, raised in the Bronx. I was able to get to 6 figures with the Fontanez karate operation, and I lived in the suburb area, if you want to consider it, of the Boogie Down Bronx, because it was different zip codes. And I spent the money. I made the money. I spent the money. I made the money. I spent the money.
Do it to pick co-pilot or show you the original?
I guess he's just showing the photo itself. Let me just see what photo it is.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So my goal was to get out of the ghetto and be a millionaire. Yeah, baby. Was that my birthday? Yeah, it was my birthday. That's my birthday a few years ago. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, but I wasn't popping up, and I was heavy there too. I was like 248. Today I'm like 224. Yeah, which is pretty decent, but I gotta get below that. Anyway, so I made 7 figures. I spent the money like if I was a drug dealer. I was making legal money. But I spent it based on the role models that I had. My father was a drug dealer, and that's who taught me how to spend money, which is crazy. But he also did 38 years, which is not a good thing. So I never wanted to go that route. But then I started making the clothes. Rec suits, real easy kicking suits. They literally were... someone just put a video out of all these top fighters. And 95% of them were wearing, at least 90% were wearing my rec suits. Real easy kicking suits, made out of polyester with different designs. And Senpai, you want her to do a co-pilot of it just to show it to me? Because it was awesome. We actually just showed it. And it was my birthday. That was at Mosuko School. Mosuko's coming, by the way. So we were able to earn quite a bit of money, become very successful. But it doesn't matter how much you make, it's how much you keep. So if you're in bad habits, you're making $40,000 a month, but you're spending $50,000, it doesn't matter. You're minus 10. And that is where most people never learn financial literacy. Now, in my case, it wasn't me. It was my ex-wife. My ex-wife was a spender. She still is. And she's been a millionaire a few times for a while, but she still just doesn't have her finances together. It's a habit. It's an addiction. You give people money, and the first thing they want to do is spend it. Well, you give people income, and they want to multiply it and get an ROI. Now, the difference is financial literacy. There's people right now that if they earn, they've never seen $10,000 a month. let alone 20, 30, 40, or 50. The Fontanez martial arts operation did $315,875 in the fiscal year of 1992. Now, if you take inflation now, that's nearly $800,000, one location in what would be the Bronx, in a residential district, because we were under the train station on the corner of Parker in the Zuriga section of the Bronx. But I wasn't smart enough to know that wasn't a good location. So I advertised and promoted any and everywhere I could. Now, fast forward to today, I threw a martial arts tournament with some crazy idea that came to my head in 3 months. From the idea in June to the tournament in September 20th, and it happened. Now, we had 4 months for the next tournament. The difference is that I have some challenges now because there's an event the week before and an event after that's pretty much my same market. Doesn't mean that it's going to hurt me, but there's a good possibility that people won't be able to have the finances to be at 3 events. For those who want to, because it's the same market. No complaints. It's just a matter of fact. And that's the reason why, this is the main reason why, when I want things done, I do it myself. See, if I were to do this tournament and ask people for their opinions, and there was 10 people, 2 of them, 80-20 rule, the opposite way, would give me what you would consider makeup pilots, hun. Co-pilot. Thank you. 2 of them will probably give me a good answer. 8 of them are oblivious. And within the 8 of them, probably 6 of them are haters. There's a difference between people who are jealous and people who are envious. Now, jealous people, I love jealous people, because they motivate. The jealous people are the ones that are the haters, and the haters are from a distance. They can't penetrate. However, the people who are next to you, sometimes you sleep with the enemy, they are envious. They're like in the inner circle. Envious. They're the ones that can actually reach with a knife to stab you in the back. Been there, done that too. So today, there's only a handful of people that I trust and call them family, not relatives. And these people literally, you can count them in one hand and one finger. Honey, there's only 6 people right now. You're one of only 6 people. Now, mind you, there's a bunch of half of fingers that are starting to develop a great relationship with me based on timing and results that I appreciate. Now, there's a bunch of people also that I love from a distance because literally I have some great relationship with them at one era of my life. From in terms of lifetime friends, like Franklin Rodriguez is on that list. Certain Pie's been with Fontanez Martial Arts, Fontanez Karate initially, since 1994.
I wasn't born yet.
That's the truth. That's the truth right there. And the truth of the matter is, we should have had a celebration for that too. So I'm going to put together, hey, I got the idea. Yes. I'm going to put a Fontanez Martial Arts calendar together. And in the calendar, I'm going to take dates and start putting people who are significant, birthdays and so on and so forth there. Because there are people that I really, 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 really love and respect to the point where they are part of my history based on their loyalty. So that being the case, I'm going to hook them up. I'm going to hook them up. But getting back to the training with equipment and no equipment, you know, you will want to be smart. No equipment hitting the makiwara, probably that's awesome. When it came to sparring, you're better off with equipment. Because those people who spar with no equipment, they have a tendency to open their hands so they don't hit the person. And there's I think called muscle memory. So you end up slapping people as opposed to popping it at the moment of contact. So when I do slow motion sparring, I do it with my hand closed, but I keep my hand relaxed and I close it, and people do this instead. So that's why when they spar, they end up slapping each other. They don't want to hit each other to the face, so they hit each other to the body, which is not consistent with a situation when you're fighting in the street. It doesn't work like that. And anything that we do is for the purpose of getting home safe. Getting home safe. So, I went from nothing, just an ambitious kid, to something, which was a 7-figure earner during the 1980s and early 90s, to nothing by the late 80s, late 90s. I walked away from the operation, sold it, pennies in the dollar, and didn't look back. Then, in the early, I should say, 10 years after roughly, we got to what was the 7 figures again, with the clothing, the real easy kicking suits. Up into 2011, when Bin Laden was killed in Pakistan, and it really made the situation really difficult. So the 3,500 square foot home in the circular driveway in the mini mansion went to hell in a handbag. Then I was living inside of a karate school and eventually led to divorce. Horrible situation, so I went back to nothing. In recent years, I was Mr. Mom, taking care of my kids from a distance. For 8 years, I would go back and forth at their beck and call, and it wasn't appreciated by any of them long term. So I haven't seen my kids in it'll be 5 years this year, except for one of them. However, I'm sure I'll see them when they need me, so I got to get prepared, because this time, I am not going to give up the farm. This time, when I lock it down with multiple streams of income, I'm not playing. So those of you who have participated in what would be the Unified Martial Arts Network, those of you who are in pain right now, but you're walking with no pain because I put patches on you, I appreciate you. Those of you who are coming to the birthday party, thank you very much. Not that you have to. You can't be in 2 places at once, so I understand that part. But if you can't come, just let me know, like Lou Ellis just said. I appreciate it. I know it's short term, guys. It wasn't like I announced this months ago. It came up to an idea not even 2 weeks ago. So in 2026, 2020 vision is what I have right now. 2020 vision. Even though we know it's 2020. Anyway, you get the idea. And I'm excited. And I'm not angry at anybody, guys. But I still have to voice my opinion as I know how to, because I am not Ahora de viejo, no voy a ser pendejo. When you guys come up to me and talk to me and you say the crap that you say, I laugh inside because I'm saying, man, you're still like freaking teenagers in 2026. You never educated yourself. You never educated yourself. You don't have no autopsies or bring up me, as the Jamaicans would say. But I'm loving life right now. I have a young lady who's literally my soulmate. The freaking best me that I love is the silly me. But I have to take care of business too. Take care of that. For those of you who are looking for peptides, look it up. Peptides. That's from the inside out. This year I will be fighting as often as possible, promoting tournaments, plural, inviting countries. If you're watching this and you're from another country, the Unified Martial Arts Network, it will be expanding to other countries. And there's a whole bunch of other news. So my goal is to become as successful than ever, not making the mistakes I did in the past. I don't take things personally unless they motivate me. But everything that I said is my honest belief. I might be wrong, however, I am not a liar, never have been. And those of the people who continue to think that I'm somehow stupid, well, the joke's on you. I'm far from that. Otherwise, I would have never been able to be as successful as I was at one point. And I am in some respects now. So don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Anyway, on that note, thank you for watching. If I offended you, too bad. I apologize to no one. And in the spirit of my mother, no sea pendejo, no sea mamao, esa gente. That's what she used to say. Honey, we out of here. Hey, wait, you want, see ya, AB? No, AB? Yeah, I was ready to say, you're going to have to cut. Take 2, do it again. All right, we out of here. Thank you.